Jakarta, one of Indonesia's economic center, located in the western part of Java Island, making this a strategic place to develop business and industry. Transportation in Jakarta is pretty supportive to make Jakarta a business city, starting from Transjakarta or bus, LRT, MRT, train, bullet train, harbor of Jakarta such as Tanjung Priok, Sunda Kelapa, and Ancol Harbor, and airport of Halim Perdana Kusuma and Soekarno-Hatta. Even though this airport is in the area of Tangerang, but this area is quite close to Jakarta. Jakarta has held the status as the capital city of Indonesia since Indonesian independence. Indonesia has moved the capital city several times and returned to Jakarta. But recently, Jakarta relinquished its capital status to the IKN or Nusantara, a new city built in East Kalimantan. The large area of Jakarta means there's a lot of diversity in here. The famous tribe from Jakarta is the Betawi tribe, where this tribe has a lot of culture, such as palang pintu, ondel-ondel, amazing food like gado-gado, nasi uduk, etc., and songs which have their own characteristic. This tribe has its own dialect called the Betawi dialect.
Bapak nggak boleh di sini. Emang apa sih nggak boleh? Sombong amat.
Not only Betawi, there are many other tribes in Jakarta, such as Javanese, Madurese, Minang, Chinese, Batak, and many more. Uniquely, the Javanese who make up the largest population in Jakarta. 2022 BPS or Badan Pusat Statistik Indonesia data shows the population is around 10.7 million people. Additionally, the large number of workers who work in Jakarta that comes from other areas directly bordering its city such as Depok, Tangerang, Bekasi, and Bogor, making Jakarta have quite a lot of people on work days. The large population of Jakarta makes social inequality quite felt in Jakarta. You can find elite shopping centers such as Pondok Indah Mall, Grand Indonesia, and Central Park. People with more wealth who live in Pantai Indah Kapuk, Pluit, Kelapa Gading, etc., and luxury cars walking around on the street of Jakarta. But at the same time, you can see poverty such as life under bridges, on the edge of the train tracks, and very dense slums area here. In the past, Jakarta was called Sunda Kelapa. This name was used around 397 to 1527. Sunda Kelapa was originally used as a port for the Sunda Kingdom. Then, in the 12th century, many traders from China, India, and the Arabian Peninsula, etc., landed their ship to sell their wares to exchange for spice, considering that Indonesia is a spice-rich country. Sunda Kelapa changed its name to Jayakarta after Fatahillah. The admiral from Cirebon succeeded in conquering Sunda Kelapa. The name Jayakarta comes from Sanskrit, which means city of victory. The regional government of Sunda Kelapa was handed over the Sultanate of Banten. The name Jayakarta lasted from 1527 to 1619. In that same year, the VOC or Verenigde de Oost-Indische Company, or the local Khalid Company, led by Jan Pieterszoon Koen, occupied Jakarta after defeating the Sultanate of Banten, and the VOC changed the name from Jayakarta to Batavia. This name was used from 1619 to 1942. During Dutch colonization, Batavia developed into a large and important city. For the construction of the city, the Dutch imported many slaves as workers. Most of them come from Bali, Sulawesi, Maluku, China, and the Malabar coast of India. Some argue that they were the ones who later formed a community known as the Betawi tribe. However, there are also several opinions that says that Betawi tribe has existed in Jakarta since a long time ago before Sunda Kelapa was exist. The Japanese occupation began in 1942 and changed the name Batavia to Jakarta to attract the attention of the population during World War II. This city is also the place where the proclamation of independence of the Republic of Indonesia was held on August 17, 1945. In the same year, the name of this city was changed to Jakarta, as it is known today. Jakarta has a central role in various aspects of the country life. Economically, Jakarta is a vital banking and trade center, with rapidly growing in service, financial, and technology sector. Jakarta Defense is guaranteed by the existence of various national defense and security institutions, including the TNI, Polri, BIN, and various other security installations here. Industry in Jakarta is very diverse, from manufacturing to information technology, with the presence of various large companies and startups contributing to the city economic growth. Each area in Jakarta has its own advantage. East Jakarta is known for its shopping centers such as Pasar Induk, Gembrong, Jatinegara, Klender, etc. West Jakarta stands out for its dense business and office area. For example, there are many private television offices here. South Jakarta offers elite residential neighborhoods such as Blok M, Pondok Indah, and its shopping center. North Jakarta famous for its harbor and elite areas, and Central Jakarta for its administrative and cultural center with various domestic and foreign government institutions. You can also find natural beauty and tourism here in Jakarta. We move a little bit from the mainland of Java, Pulau Seribu. Consists of various islands which offer a variety of beautiness. Even though it has a plus point as I mentioned before, Jakarta itself still has many unresolved problems. The large population causes severe traffic jams, making Jakarta one of the cities with the highest level of traffic in the world. My own experience when I was an intern in South Jakarta, the trip that I usually take less than 1 hour on holiday, on working days it could take around 2 or 3 hours. This large volume of vehicle also caused the other problem in Jakarta, air and noise pollution, where Jakarta has entered the top city list with the worst air quality in the world. Several areas in Jakarta still have a low level of cleanliness. A lot of solid and liquid waste is still often scattered on the street. Even some river in Jakarta has a distinctive bad smell and dirty colored water. The problem of flooding also still haunts Jakarta. The lowland of Jakarta often receive rainwater sent from the rivers that flow from Bogor, so that makes Jakarta streets sometimes look like a water park. Last but not least, crime and thuggery in Jakarta are still huge. For example, stealing, thuggery in traditional market and bus terminal, brawls, drugs, etc. As an Indonesian, I hope that Jakarta will become an increasingly more advanced and successful city in the future. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, you can like and subscribe my channel. If there's any mistake or misinformation, you can tell it in the comment section below. Makasih.